Boutique price $23,000, but Guangzhou price $600.
Do you recognize this style, this bag? Of course you do. For the past more than 30 years, we have been the OEM factory for most of the luxury brands around the world. Gucci, Prada, Coach, Louis Vuitton.
And we end today's show about luxury bags carefully handcrafted in China. Turns out your quote-unquote made in Italy luxury handbag might have more ties to Chinese factories than to Tuscany. Thanks to viral TikToks from Chinese factory workers, the internet is now in a frenzy.
Did you know that a $40,000 Birkin bag might actually have ties to factories in China? The luxury world is buzzing with revelations that challenge everything we thought about high-end fashion. The Birkin bag is more than just a purse. It's a symbol of ultimate luxury and status, retailing around $40,000. For decades, we've believed it's a masterpiece handcrafted by skilled artisans in France. But what if that story isn't the full picture? Recently, videos from Chinese factory workers have gone viral, claiming that many of these luxury bags, including Birkins, are actually assembled in China, not Paris. This blew up the internet and caused a frenzy, making people question where the craftsmanship truly comes from. The iconic Birkin bag and its price tag. The Birkin bag is more than just a purse, it's a symbol of ultimate luxury and status, retailing around $40,000. For decades, we've believed it's a masterpiece handcrafted by skilled artisans in France, but what if that story isn't the full picture? This bag, sitting on the arms of celebrities and billionaires alike, is often viewed as the pinnacle of fashion and exclusivity. But the high price tag has always made people wonder what exactly goes into making one. Is it just the materials and labor, or is it the brand name that drives the price sky high? To many, the Birkin represents decades of heritage, quality, and artistry, with each bag supposedly telling a story of meticulous craftsmanship. Yet recent revelations have started to shake this long-held belief. What if the production isn't as localized or artisanal as we thought? These questions are more than just gossip, they cut to the heart of what luxury really means. So, is the Birkin truly worth every penny, or is the enormous price largely about the status and brand it carries? As we dig deeper, we'll uncover the truth behind this iconic symbol of fashion and the real reasons behind its staggering price tag. The viral TikTok revelation. Recently, videos from Chinese factory workers have gone viral, claiming that many of these luxury bags, including Birkins, are actually assembled in China, not Paris. This blew up the internet and caused a frenzy, making people question where the craftsmanship truly comes from. The footage shows factory workers standing in front of rows of bags, revealing details about the production process that contradict the high-end image Hermes and other brands promote. They claim these bags are made using the same materials, but the assembly happens far from the romantic streets of France. The viral videos sparked heated debates online, forcing consumers to rethink their understanding of luxury craftsmanship. Some viewers felt shocked and betrayed, calling out the brands for hiding the truth. Others were skeptical, suspecting the videos might be part of a wider misinformation campaign. Nonetheless, the revelations touched a nerve, challenging the narrative of exclusivity and artisanal heritage that luxury brands have long relied on. The discussions spread rapidly across social media platforms, with hashtags trending and comment sections flooded by opinions. Fashion insiders began weighing in, some defending the quality despite the manufacturing locations, while others argued this exposed a deeper industry problem of outsourcing and branding illusions. This viral TikTok revelations pushed the conversation about what luxury really means in today's globalized world. It highlighted the tension between brand storytelling and manufacturing realities, leaving many to question if the price tags reflect genuine craftsmanship or just powerful marketing. What started as a single video turned into a massive cultural moment, shaking the foundation of the luxury fashion industry. Breaking down the costs and materials. Despite Hermes' claims of exclusive leathers and materials sourced from Italy, France, and Germany, a Chinese manufacturer explained that the leather, thread, hardware, and other materials come from global suppliers and are assembled in China at a fraction of the price. The total factory cost is estimated around $1,400, a stark contrast to the retail price. Hermes only uses leathers from 3 top-level suppliers, UTI from Italy, Weinheimer from Germany, and an unnamed supplier from France. One piece of Togo leather, enough for a single Birkin bag, costs about $450. Then there's the thread used, called fila alinoa, a premium French product designed to be strong and durable, costing roughly $25 per bag. The hardware, made of 316 ocean-grade stainless steel, known for its resistance to rust and corrosion, costs around $150 per bag. Another critical component is the edge oil imported from Italy, priced at about $50 per bag. The interior lining uses lambskin imported from France, adding approximately $100 to the cost. Zippers from the Riri brand, costing about $10 apiece, complete the materials. Labor costs vary greatly, with French artisans commanding a much higher wage than Chinese workers. To finish one bag, the human resource cost is estimated at $600 in China, making production much more affordable. When you add packaging costs, about $10, the total production expense is around $1,400. In comparison, a retail price for the same Birkin bag reaches up to $38,000. So, why is there such a massive gap? The answer lies in the brand's logo and image, which can account for more than 90% of the price. If you don't care about the logo, you could get a bag made with the same high-quality materials and craftsmanship directly from manufacturers at a fraction of the cost. The key difference is transparency and branding, making this Exposé a game-changer in the luxury goods market, shaking the foundations of consumer trust and industry practices. Why the price gap and the role of branding? The luxury price tag isn't just about materials or labor. More than 90% comes from the brand's logo and image. Chinese factories can produce those bags with the same materials and quality, but without the luxury label, they're vastly cheaper. Explaining why a Guangzhou bag costs just around $600, the value we place on these high-end bags is heavily influenced by the story behind them, the brand name, and the exclusivity they represent. People aren't just paying for a bag, they're buying in identity, a symbol of status and prestige. This brand power allows companies like Hermes to charge astronomical prices beyond the actual production cost, even if the craftsmanship and materials are comparable to less expensive versions. The logo itself holds immense value. It's the difference between a handbag sitting on a shelf and one that's prized and flaunted among the elite. This phenomenon isn't unique to Hermes. Many luxury brands bank on their heritage, marketing, and image to justify their prices, creating an aura of exclusivity that commands premium prices. However, when revelations about manufacturing origins surface, it challenges this carefully constructed illusion. Consumers start questioning what exactly they're paying for, the quality or just the prestige. This price gap highlights the huge role branding plays in the luxury market. It's a testament to how powerful perception and reputation are in defining value, and it shows why many are willing to pay top dollar not for the product itself, but for the story it tells and the status it confers. Industry-wide outsourcing and other brands. Hermes isn't alone. Major brands like Gucci, Prada, and Louis Vuitton also have a large chunk of their production in China. Surprisingly, over 80% of luxury brand items reportedly come from China, though the brands rarely admit it openly. This practice of outsourcing to countries with lower labor costs helps these luxury labels maintain high profit margins, but it raises questions about authenticity and the true meaning of luxury. Consumers expect exclusivity and craftsmanship from these brands, but the reality is that many products are assembled far from the iconic ateliers in Paris or Milan. The materials might be sourced globally, but the final assembly and mass production often happen in factories where labor is cheaper and regulations less strict. This leads to a growing disconnect between the luxury image these brands promote and the actual manufacturing processes behind the scenes. The controversy isn't limited to handbags. Clothing, shoes, and other accessories from well-known luxury houses have all been linked to outsourced production. Despite efforts to keep these details under wraps, social media and whistleblowers have brought these practices to light, fueling debates among consumers and industry insiders. The big question remains, Should the price tag reflect the brand name and image alone, or the entire production story including where and how an item was made? This outsourcing trend challenges traditional notions of luxury, forcing brands to reconsider transparency and how they communicate their value to discerning customers. The backlash and calls for transparency. Consumers and influencers are outraged, demanding transparency and refunds. The silence from Hermes only fuels suspicion, while some viral TikToks have been debunked as misleading. Fashion experts suggest the real issue is the blurred line between brand image and manufacturing reality. Many feel totally duped, questioning if they paid for quality craftsmanship or just a logo. The controversy has flooded comment sections, sparking trending hashtags, and igniting fierce debates across social media platforms. Influencers who once flaunted these luxury bags are now dragging the brands, with TikToks titled "I spent $30,000 on a like" going viral. There's a growing call for luxury brands to come clean about their manufacturing processes and sourcing. Consumers no longer want to just accept high price tags without clear justification. Some brands have responded, denying the claims and warning against counterfeit products and misinformation, but the damage to trust is evident. This backlash represents more than just buyer disappointment. It's a demand for accountability and honesty in an industry built on exclusivity and prestige. As the pressure mounts, luxury houses face a critical choice: maintain the old glamour or embrace transparency to retain their customers' loyalty and redefine modern luxury. The conversation about what luxury truly means today is evolving, with authenticity and ethics becoming as important as craftsmanship and design. Legal implications and future of luxury brands. If these bags are falsely advertised as fully French-made, it could lead to legal troubles for luxury brands due to false advertising, and consumers might feel deceived. In many countries, selling products claiming a specific origin when that's not true can be considered fraudulent. Lawsuits could arise, especially in places with strict regulations on product origin. For brands like Hermes, this is not just about damaged reputation but potentially millions of dollars on the line in legal fees and settlements. Meanwhile, customers stuck on long wait lists for coveted bags might face even longer delays, as production may be paused to address these issues. The resale market is also shaken, with authentication platforms struggling to verify bags that blur the line between genuine and assembled products. This uncertainty has caused many collectors to feel duped, and some sellers to scramble to offload their inventory before values drop further. The luxury market is at a crossroads, forced to confront the reality that transparency and authenticity are more important than ever. If brands want to retain customer trust and loyalty, they must rethink their manufacturing and communication strategies. The future could see a shift toward more open sourcing of production, or a renewed focus on true craftsmanship that justifies high price tags beyond logos. Either way, the old model of exclusivity based on mystique and secrecy is under threat. The luxury world must adapt, or risk fading into irrelevance as consumers demand honesty and value in a more informed age. What this means for us and the luxury market. This scandal forces everyone to rethink what luxury means today. Is it craftsmanship, origin, or the story brands sell? Whether Hermes embraces transparency or clings to tradition, one thing's clear: the luxury industry is at a crossroads, facing a pivotal moment that could redefine its future. Customers are no longer just buying products, they're buying trust, transparency, and authenticity. And when that trust is broken, the whole image of luxury starts to crumble. The old tale of exclusivity and heritage is being challenged by new realities: global production networks, social media exposés, and consumer demands for honesty. This shift means luxury brands have to rethink their strategies, not just in how they make products, but in how they communicate their values. For consumers, it's a moment of empowerment. They expect more than just a price tag. They want proof the luxury they pay for is real. This new dynamic could lead to a future where brands are held accountable for every step of their production, where the story behind the product matters just as much as the product itself. In the end, the meaning of luxury may evolve from mere status to a reflection of integrity and transparency, reshaping the fashion world as we know it. The Birkin scandal is more than just about a bag. It's a wake-up call challenging the foundations of luxury. As trust cracks, the question remains, are we buying genuine craft or just a powerful image? The conversation on what true luxury means is far from over. Consumers today are demanding transparency, and brands can no longer rely solely on the allure of their logos. Whether Hermes decides to come clean and rebuild trust, or cling to an old-school image, the luxury industry is clearly at a crossroads. What we are witnessing is a shift in perception. Luxury is no longer just about the product itself, but about the story behind it and the honesty brands convey. In 2025, the word luxury doesn't carry the same weight it used to, and brands that fail to adapt risk losing their relevance. The market and collectors alike are now more cautious, questioning authenticity and origin with unprecedented scrutiny. This scandal may prove to be a pivotal moment, forcing a necessary reckoning in the luxury world. Ultimately, it's about trust. Once that's broken, the whole house of cards tumbles down. So, the big question remains, are we ready to redefine what luxury really means today? And how will that change the brands we cherish and choose going forward? The story is still unfolding, but one thing's for sure, the luxury landscape will never be the same.